The total amount of gold ever mined in human history is estimated to be about 200,000 tons. It's a number every economist knows by heart. It's a number that, if melted down, would fit into a cube about 21 meters on each side. It's a tidy, comfortable, and controlled figure. But there is a massive problem with that number. It doesn't account for the shadow reserves. Welcome back to the rich, the hidden. Today we are entering the deepest vault of all. We are talking about the gold that officially does not exist. The bullion that serves as the silent collateral for the most powerful families on the planet. Wealth that has never touched a digital bank account and never will. In the world of the visible rich, the billionaires you see on the cover of magazines, gold is an investment, a hedge against inflation, a shiny diversifier for a portfolio. But in the world of the hidden rich, gold is not an investment. It is the only true language of sovereignty. It is the ultimate get-out-of-jail-free card in the game of global collapse. To understand the shadow gold, we have to look at the greatest disappearing act in history. Between 1937 and 1945, during the total chaos of the Second World War, billions of dollars worth of bullion vanished from the national treasuries of Europe and Asia. The history books call it loot, they call it spoils of war, but the ledgers of the shadow elite call it reallocation. Think about the Golden Lily operation in the Pacific or the Reichsbank transfers in Europe. Thousands of tons of gold were moved through tunnels, hidden in mountain bunkers, and sunk into deep-sea trenches. We are told that most of this was recovered by the Allies, but the numbers don't add up, not even close. We've spent months cross-referencing declassified intelligence reports from the 1950s with modern mining output data, and there is a gaping hole in the narrative. There are hundreds of thousands of tons of high-purity gold that exist off the books. This is the Black Eagle gold, the collateral that underpins the global collateral accounts. Most people dismiss these accounts as urban legends, but if they are just myths, then why does the Bank for International Settlements, the central bank for central banks, have specific highly classified protocols for uncollateralized bullion deposits? Why would the world's most powerful financial institution have a legal framework for something that isn't supposed to exist? The answer lies in what insiders call the century bonds. These are high-yield, off-ledger financial instruments that use this hidden gold as a foundation. It's a secondary economy, a ghost system that runs parallel to the one you and I use. In this system, money isn't printed, it's authenticated. In 2012, our investigation tracked a series of private, unrecorded transactions. We saw the movement of physical bullion from a high-security private facility in the Swiss Alps to a nondescript location in the South Pacific. The amount moved in that single weekend, larger than the entire official gold reserve of the United Kingdom. Yet there was no report to the World Gold Council, no fluctuation in the market price. It was as if a mountain had moved in total, absolute silence. Who owns this gold? It's not countries. It's not the United States, China, or Russia. It's entities, families and private trusts who realized during the Great Depression that governments are temporary, but gold is eternal. They learned a cold, hard truth. To control a nation, you don't need to lead its people, you just need to own its underlying value. Imagine a world where the money you see, the dollars, the euros, the yen, is just a layer of paint on a crumbling wall. Beneath that paint is a substrate of physical metal that has been accumulating for centuries, wealth that hasn't changed hands in a public market since the time of the Medicis. This shadow gold is the ultimate insurance policy. If the digital economy were to collapse tomorrow, if the global servers went dark and the bank balances hit zero, the world wouldn't end. It would simply revert to the owners of the physical layer. The families who hold the keys to the vaults that don't exist would become the new architects of whatever comes next. In the next 10 minutes, we are going to look at the Swiss disconnect. We will show you satellite imagery of high-security facilities built in remote locations with no apparent strategic value, except for the ancient reinforced tunnels that run miles beneath them. We will examine the bullion marks that don't match any known national mint, symbols that belong to lineages, not nations. And we will reveal how this shadow wealth is being used right now. It's not sitting idle. It's being used to fund black budget technologies, research that is decades ahead of anything the public sector can produce. This is how the hidden rich stay ahead, while we are distracted by the stock market. They are investing in the hardware of the future, using the gold of the past. Is your wealth just a number on a screen, a digital promise that can be erased with a single keystroke, or do you have something that the erasure can't touch? The deeper we go, the more you realize that the real game isn't played on Wall Street or in the halls of Congress. It's played in the dark, with metal that officially isn't there. History is a lie agreed upon, but the gold is the truth they can't afford to tell you, because if the public knew the scale of the shadow reserves, the value of every paper currency on Earth would vanish in an afternoon. This is the rich, the hidden. Subscribe to keep following the trail, look for the signs, and remember, in a world of ghosts, the man who holds the gold is the only one who is truly alive. The vault is deeper than you think, and the door is just starting to open.